What's up, guys? Welcome to Sterling on Cinemas, and that's Cinemas with an S. And today I'll be giving you my review on 12 Years a Slave as part of the Black Lives Matter series. Before I begin, if you're new to this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and most importantly, watch. And also, you can watch this on Instagram on my account at ManoStill. So, let's get started. 12 Years a Slave. In the years before the Civil War, Solomon Northup, played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, is a free black man from upstate New York, and is kidnapped and sold into slavery in the South. Subjected into the cruelty of one malevolent owner, played by Fassbender, he finds unexpected kindness from another, as he struggles continually to survive and maintain some of his dignity. Then, in the 12th year of his disheartening ordeal, a chance meeting with an abolitionist from Canada changes Solomon's life forever. Now, how do I feel about the story of this? Well, there's no real way that I can identify this as a story that was built from the idea of the director, because it seems like the filmmakers did a deep dive into the historical times of slavery and how much struggle and pain that my ancestors had to face. 12 Years a Slave knows exactly what it needs to know to show its audience with a brutally honest depiction of slavery. The thing that I feel makes this one different from the other slave movies that I've seen is the irony of the perspective it's being told from. I also love how they showed how all the slave masters are not the same. Because like if you've seen 12 Years a Slave, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like right off the bat, you can tell, like when you watch these slave movies, it seems like all of the masters are just malevolent and ruthless. Like they mistreat their property, which is what they want to call. They call their slaves their property. They mistreat what they have with famine, and they use them for labor and nothing more. But like Benedict Cumberbatch, ironically, same Doctor Strange co-star, Benedict Cumberbatch is that good slave master. Like he takes care of them, he treats them like family, but Michael Fassbender just treats them with no respect and no dignity. He treats him like a pig. And how some of the slave masters also share their plantations and properties with other slaves so that they may reside on either or. Or sometimes you may have those slaves that live on two plantations. They may like one more than the other. You know, that sort of thing. The characters. Now, like I said, ironically, the story of being a slave for 12 years is told from the scope of a free man. As we get further into the movie, we start to see how he was a free man who was kidnapped and sold into slavery. Not to mention he had everything taken away from him, including his dignity. Michael Fassbender certainly went all out. In his role as the supremely ruthless Master Epps, the slave that definitely suffered the most, with the master's wife being completely hateful towards her, with a nut to the head and a cut to the face, getting raped by the master, and certainly getting countless lashes. Like that was the most disturbing part of 12 Years a Slave. Now I know when you watch a slave movie that's rated R, you can expect the real. Like they're gonna show everything, they're gonna be transparent and honest. But like they had her up against a tree, giving her countless lashes with all the force they can get, and then it's just very, very disturbing to watch. However, Solomon never loses his hope and uses his survival skills to his advantage, even in the midst of these trials and tribulations. When you watch 12 Years a Slave, you probably see Solomon as an inspiration to help get through the struggles, the storms. Yeah, I know what y'all saying, passion in NCC, the storms, I'm gonna say it, and the trials in order to truly seek freedom. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 95% score. Now, like I said, just because Rotten Tomatoes gives a movie a high score doesn't mean you may necessarily like it. That's okay. Critics and audiences were two very different people. Like, for example, audiences loved Venom. Critics hated it. 12 Years a Slave, anyway, 12 Years a Slave perfectly provides an accurately cinematic history lesson on one of the biggest trials faced by black people to this day. 12 Years a Slave is raw, brutally honest, and doesn't hold back when it is trying to present itself and its own problems. While the movie knows exactly what it's trying to do, other than that, nothing else feels very engaging. But, you know, that's okay. Biographies aren't meant to be, it's meant to be educational, because movies like this are meant to help people to learn. Because usually nowadays, a lot of people don't really read the history lessons, so they decided to put the lessons on the screen, and that's just a modern day method. So for that, I will give it 7.9 SOs out of 10. So that is my review on 12 Years a Slave. You can let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. How does it compare to you and all the other slave movies that you've seen? Is it the best? Do you think not? Yes, no, maybe so. Please post your comment kindly on the section below, and I'll see you guys next time with my next video. Deuces.